time for the best coverage of high school football in the Valley. This is the best local sports show with sports anchor Blake Arthur and the News Channel 3 sports team.
Week 8 of high school football is here, headlined by rivalries. Maybe none bigger than Palm Desert and La Quinta. The Aztecs keep the flag yet again. We got highlights and reaction from the kids on Cook Street. Plus, the west side is the best side. Palm Springs, Rancho, Mirage renew the Ramon Road rivalry. And a Desert Empire League showdown in the dungeon. Xavier Prep, Shadow Hills. Only one could get to 2-0 in league play. High school football and the best local sports show. It starts right now.
You're watching high school football and the best local sports show.
Best local sports sound with Blake Arthur. Let's do this.
I love that little rat-tat-tat-tat. That is awesome. Welcome into the Week 8 edition of high school football on the best local sports show. I'm sports director Blake Arthur. We had a few big games this week, a couple rivalries, but we left it to the fans to vote which game they wanted as the featured game of the week. And that was the flag game, one of the best rivalries in the desert. But it's been dominated by Palm Desert, taking the last 4 meetings against La Quinta. A lot of flags, but there is only one flag the fellas want in this rivalry. Always intense, always fun, and always great crowds on hand to watch this game unfold. This year's edition at Palm Desert High School, the La Quinta fan base there, the PD fan base there. Let's play some football. Early on, La Quinta makes a big play defensively. Daniel Carter, great ball, but it's off the hands of his receiver and into the hands of Marcus Lafayette for the pick. But La Quinta would not get any points on the drive. That was a theme for the Blackhawks all night long. PD with it inside the 20. Dimitri Chester, number 9. He's a junior. Gets the rock and makes the most of it. Aztecs in front, 10-0 on LQ. More Palm Desert. Carter hangs in the pocket, delivers a dime to Robert Bianco, number 15 for PD, and he is in for the touchdown. Aztecs feeling good, looking good. Even the defense, look out. Kevin Hines, number 6. Have some. LQ offense was really unable to do anything against this physical PD defense. Aztecs were focused up front, and it showed. This was all PD all the time. Aztecs shut out the Blackhawks 37-0. Palm Desert keeps the flag for the 5th straight year.
Number 1, baby, let's go.
We just came out and played our football. Like, we didn't do that last week, and we want to make sure we did it this week.
That's how you respond to a fluke, right? That's how you respond. We just proved it's a fluke, now it's ours, boys.
It was a great win for us. We really worked hard all week for it. You know what I'm saying? We came back from a loss that we should have won. But, you know, we fixed things during this week, and, you know, we came back and we beat LQ, and we still got the flag.
You know, streaks can't last forever. The fact is that things happen. We wanted to make sure we came back and answered the correct way, and I think we did that. We got to make sure we continue to do that every week from here on out.
You can see from their faces, you know what I'm saying, we really work hard for this, and we deserve it.
Who would have thought that nylon and polyester would be such a big deal? That's what a flag is made out of. I looked it up. Congratulations to Palm Desert, 5th straight win over La Quinta. All right, to another rivalry game, Rancho, Mirage, and Palm Springs. The Indians, of course, coming off that win against Palm Desert last week. The Tribe took down the Aztecs, snapping their 23-game league win streak. Obviously a huge win for Palm Springs, who now control their own destiny as they chase a championship. Meanwhile, Rancho Mirage, they were looking to bounce back after a loss to Xavier Prep. Great atmosphere over at Ralph Watts Stadium. 2 feisty teams hungry for another Desert Empire League win. My man Bailey Arredondo out there capturing the footage for this one. Indians, though, down their best player and quarterback Javen Kapler out with a left knee injury he suffered last week against Palm Desert, but just like any business, next man up, senior Manny Libretti made his first start of the season. Opening drive finds Braden Hapner on the quick route, so he's in a rhythm. The drive eventually forced a punt, or we thought so anyway. Dylan Armendariz sees the opportunity, trusts his legs, and takes it to the barn for the first score of the game. Tribe in front 7-0 in those sweet all-black unis. Love those jerseys from the Indians. Armendariz with a potential play of the week. It was a blackout tonight, and they didn't call this a rivalry for nothing. This is two teams, schools, history, Ramon Road, revved up, juiced up at Ralph Watts Stadium. I mean, it's great to have the fans back in the stands for football. Rattlers offense really picked it up in the second quarter. They love running that RPO, and they don't care who knows it. Ethan Zamora ties the game at 7. They're jumping around there. Rancho. Hey, you got to credit these Rattlers. They're tough. They find a way. Zamora scrambles left, throws cross shoulder. Beautiful pass right on the money to Alex Saenz. That's a heck of a play there. Beautifully captured on the screen for you right in your living room. Rancho would score 3 touchdowns in the second quarter and held off a late charge by the Indians. How about this? 21-19 the final. The Rattlers. Huge bounce back win for them. They take down the Tribe. This Desert Empire League is wild because Rancho Mirage shaking things up. Huge win in a rivalry over Palm Springs. Wow, we're just getting started with the show. Coming up, our final Desert Empire League game. 2 teams who won their league opener, Xavier Prep, Shadow Hills, a showdown in the dungeon. Plus, DVL season is rolling right along. The 4th week of league play. We got more highlights and scores coming your way. You're watching high school football on the best local sports show.
You're watching high school football on the best local sports show.
Welcome back to the best local sports show, week 8 of the season. All right, I was really looking forward to this game, Xavier Prep and Shadow Hills, and here's why. Knights came in undefeated on the season. Perfect, no losses. Meanwhile, Xavier Prep's record not as clean. The Saints at 3-2-1. They got the win, the loss, and the tie. Now, earlier this season, Saints head coach James Dockery tweeted, "Not all schedules are created equal. Time will tell. Tick tock, tick tock. Time to put up or you know what." Saints, Knights at Shadow Hills. This was kind of a sloppy game. The wind was definitely a factor out there. There's Dockery getting hyped up in the fresh Jordans. I mean, those are just clean. Offense is battling. Defense is doing better. Saints senior Daniel Sanchez, great tackle here. And that would be a loss for Shadow Hills. Xavier with it now, knocking on the door. Ryder Ruiz. Designed quarterback run off the right side. Shows he ain't scared to put the shoulder down. First score of the game goes to the Saints in those crispy white and gold unis. Love those. Shadow was knocking on the door too. They had plenty of chances to score in this game, but the quarterback sneak is stuffed by the Saints. So the Knights leave the drive with no points on the board. And in a hotly contested matchup like this, every point was going to matter. Back to Xavier and Ruiz. How about this play? Escapes the sack, gets out of the pocket, and shows some athleticism to get a huge gain for the Saints. I mean, wow. That's making nothing into something right there, but the drive would stall and Xavier would punt. Bad snap into the wind. As I said, the wind a factor, so Shadow's all over it, and now they got a chance to score right before the half, but ultimately unable to convert on their chances all game long. Xavier wins it 20-7. Saints stay unbeaten in league play. Meanwhile, it's the first loss of the season for Shadow Hills. So with all that, Xavier Prep is first in the DEL, the only team at 2-0. You got Palm Desert, Palm Springs, and Shadow Hills all tied in second at 1-1. It is going to be a wild finish in the Desert Empire League. All right, time for the Desert Valley League, the DVL, and truthfully, it was going to be tough to get all the games this week with a couple of them outside the coverage area. But as I always say, we do the best we can with what we have. 29 Palms, Coachella Valley, the most intriguing matchup on the DVL schedule this week. Arabs in good position to win league. The Wildcats trying to get back into the race. CV stretching the field early. Beautiful throw. Hugo Sandoval to Romeo Ayala. And the Arabs in front just like that, 7-0 in those pink uniforms. I mean, to be honest, I think they're hideous, but, you know, they like him out there at CV, and, you know, that's all that matters. The Wildcats opportunistic on defense. Arabs fumble, everyone trying to find the ball, but that's George Baroukis falls on it. And then later in the half, possible play of the week, Sandoval to Samuel Reyes makes a great diving catch. Next play, Tony Carrion, the 1-yard tote and the score. Arabs up 14-0, but second half, a completely different story. Luke Sadu hits P.J. Horn. He's going to take it to the 1. Wildcats would punch it in a couple plays later as 29 Palms, oh yeah, they go on the road to upset CV. That must have been a fun bus ride home all the way up to the high desert. Wildcats break late like Seabiscuit with a strong second half. That win is now going to shake things up in the DVL. Speaking of scores from Friday night in the DVL, Cathedral City, the Lions, they blow out Banning 52-16, while Indio, how about the Rajas? Huge road win for them, 16-15. They go up to Yucca and take down the Trojans. And then Desert Hot Springs, they take care of Desert Mirage in blowout fashion, 46-7 for their first DVL win. All right, we're going to wrap up the pigskin portion of the show with our PO Dubs, our plays of the week. See which 3 have been nominated to be the best of the best. And you're watching the best of the best. It's the Best Local Sports Show on News Channel 3.
You're watching the Best Local Sports Show on KSQ.
That you are, as we finish up the football part of the program, as always, with our Play of the Week nominees. We'll start with nominee number 1. Punters usually just have to kick the ball, but Dylan Armendariz takes it into his own hands, and the fake punt in for the touchdown for Palm Springs, but in a loss for the Indians. Nominee number 2, Xavier Prep's Ryder Ruiz, the magician act at quarterback. How does he stay on his feet? I mean, avoids the sack, then jukes out 4, 5, 6, 7, the entire defense for Shadow Hills. What a play by Ryder Ruiz as the Saints win. They're 2-0 in league play. Coachella Valley, Hugo Sandoval to Samuel Reyes for the diving catch. A few great plays, but only one can be our play of the week, which is ultimately decided by you, the fans. So vote all weekend on our website, ksq.com. The winner will be announced Monday at 6 on News Channel 3.